So this is definitely a first for me, doing a YouTube channel or making a YouTube channel. The reason for this is for an introduction. First of all, my name is Eddie, and this is my official announcement that I will be attempting the Appalachian Trail for 2021 here in just a couple of weeks, starting on March 15th. I think the better end of it for me is that I'll be doing this with my son, who will later also be posting the video for an introduction, doing it that way. So pretty excited about that. Definitely have never done a through hike before. I've done several hikes, but never a through hike. So this is a first for me. It's a first for us. So again, just wanted to put this out there as an announcement. I don't really want to go into all the gear that was purchased or that I had already to make this trip. However, I'll kind of go over the big three real quick because I think everything else is going to be the same. First of all, I mean, there's lots and lots of information out there on YouTube. And I know, like for me, I'm very grateful for somebody who would take the time to put step by step on what they took, their entire gear list, and those who did reviews and stuff along that line. I mean, my hat's off to you. I know it helps somebody like me who I consider new to the game, and saved me tons and tons of time. And excuse me, and the rest would have just been on and off research that again just saved me a ton of time. So I'll kind of go over what is known as the big three. For my tent, I'll be utilizing the Big Agnes Tiger Wall 2 Platinum. Great reviews, used it a couple of times already. It seems like it's going to work out great. We're each going to have one, so that's going to be home for several months. And again, I'm glad that was a purchase. The other, as far as the sleeping bag, I decided to go with a quilt after kind of going back and forth, utilizing different sleeping bags. Just couldn't get that comfort for me. I'm a little wide in the shoulders, and if truth be told, I'm actually wide in the gut too. And I couldn't ever get that quite comfort that I needed, so I went with a quilt. I did go with the Enigma 20 through Enlightened Equipment. So actually, I just got it in yesterday. Haven't had a chance to use it outside, so that's planned for tonight. To be sleeping in the backyard, setting up everything and stuff along that line. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited about that. I hope it's going to work out. I feel like it will be. The last of the three, it's getting a little windy here sitting in the shop. Got the door open. Is the backpack. So yes, this is an Osprey. I went back and forth, man, on what pack, and I realized that I could have probably saved 2.5 pounds going with other ultralight packs that are out there. But I kind of went back with something that I was a little bit more comfortable with, and I kind of chose comfort over weight on this one. So hopefully I made the right choice. I went with the Atmos 50 on here, 50 liter. It's just, you know, that for me, the padded belt, the padded harnesses, pockets and stuff. And like I said, I mean, I've heard the good, the bad, and the ugly on the reviews, and I'm sure everybody has their reasons on why they do and why they don't. So hopefully I made the right choice. This is what I'm starting out with. Hopefully it'll stay with me till the end. But, you know, if I find that somewhere along the trail I need to change it out, then by all means I'll change it out at an outfitter or somewhere along that line, or have my wife send me a different one or something along that line. So, but anyway, this is my official announcement. Looking forward to it. Obviously, I was making this channel, I think, like for many other people, for family and friends, and then as you meet people along the way, people are really intrigued by it. I know I was. I followed several hikers throughout the years, and it was good. It was, you know, following those people, those who made it, those who didn't make it, and the good, the bad, the ugly, the highs and the lows. So, and that's why I want to put this out. So if you feel like you might want to follow along, please, by all means, follow along. If you've done this before and you've got comments that will help me out, man, I would appreciate that more than you know. And any words of encouragement, anything from that community out there would be received well. So I appreciate that. You know, I said it earlier, but I think like for me, I got introduced to Appalachian Trail in 2011. I was doing some work up in New Hampshire and kind of stumbled up on the trail during some off time. Didn't know what it was, and then kind of worked my way back in town and noticed more backpackers in the area. After kind of asking around and then doing some research, I thought, well, that's pretty cool, man. That'd be kind of something I would like to do. And you know, so you kind of put it on your list of things to do. You know, the old bucket list or the things I want to, you know, get done. And so it was one on my list. And it kind of, as time went on, it kind of fell by the wayside, like many things do. And I obviously knew that I couldn't do something like that until I retired. And of course, I retired a couple of years ago. And just like anything else, you either choose to go back to work and do something else, or I think it's called life, right? Life happens, and things kind of fall in place or out of place, however you want to look at it. But I think the silver lining in it for me was my son kind of continued with hiking. Him and I talked about doing this. Wasn't exactly sure where he was going to be at when the time was going to be right, stuff along that line. So we kind of entertained a thought since probably about 2011. And he'd always kind of kept avid with hiking. My hiking kind of fell by the wayside. And I was reintroduced to hiking again, and him and I took several trips here in Texas, did a few overnights and stuff along that line, and it kind of like relit that desire again, which I was kind of grateful for. But it's such a big journey. So we talked about it, and I said, man, if we're going to do it, I'm going to do it now. At this kind of feel like I have this window to do it in. And hey, man, look, here we are already. So a lot of logistics in it, and so we started planning from like everybody else does, you know, and I'm no different from anybody else out there. I'm just an average guy. And so seeing how everything kind of goes in place. And do I feel like I've have it all figured out? No, I don't have it figured out. And I think some of the advice that I would see from videos and people posting was like, hey man, sometimes you just got to go with it. And for me, that's kind of a hard thing to do, because I kind of hike maybe a little too rigid in some things. But you know, sometimes that might be the option to go. So long story short, hey man, we're taking off. We're going to start Springer, Georgia on the 15th of March, which is actually less than 2 weeks from now. That's crazy. And then, man, see if we can hit that finish line, which will be in Katahdin, Maine. So, yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be a long journey. Hopefully we can make it back home by August. So we'll kind of see. But if this is something you might want to follow along, man, I thought I'd never be one of those guys that say this, but hit the subscribe button. And you don't even have to subscribe if you just want to follow along. But, man, it would just, I think seeing that people are viewing this would be pretty cool, be uplifting for me, you know, and kind of see that. So that would be a good thing. So, yeah, I mean, please follow along. And like I say, I always say, I mean, the only way to progress is to keep on keeping on. So everybody, y'all have a good one. Take care.